Hey guys, it's 12-inch PvPenis, and today we have a video on barb chaining. This is more of an updated video on my old one. I know my old one is like my second video ever, and is probably not the best quality, and probably did not explain the benefits as well as I'd liked it to. So first off, if you guys are new here, I'd like to welcome you guys to the channel. I'm a free-to-play Tier 5 player. I'm currently 53.8 million power, and I'm 295 days in. My goal as a content creator originally was to hit T5 within 10 months, and I did it on day 273. These are the credentials I use when I give you guys advice, and I give suggestions because everything I suggest to you I either have done or I wish I had done. So hopping right into the video here, we're going to be looking at barb chaining. I just want you guys to know this is the best use of AP you can possibly get. This is better than forts, this is better than 5 marching, and this is in large part why my account is so good, because I put so much time into barb chaining, and although it is very tedious, it is very, very rewarding. So for your best barb chaining march, hands down, no matter what you're doing, is probably going to be Richard YSG. And many people may be thinking, why would I run Richard as a primary even though he's not a peacekeeper? The reason why you'd want to run Richard as a primary is because he has the defense tree and he's incredibly tanky with a ton of healing. Healing is very important because barb chaining is a time-sensitive thing. You are specifically looking to stay out as long as you can and have the minimum time between going from barb to barb, rather than looking to go back and forth and save on AP. You are already saving so much AP when you're barb chaining that AP is no longer the issue, and the fact that he's not a peacekeeper isn't an issue anymore. You do miss out on Trophy Hunter, and that's kind of sad, but overall, just having Richard be able to stay out for multiple days is really, really good, and overall, it's fine in comparison to the meager amount of resources you lose through Trophy Hunter. So I say that Richard YSG is the best march because it stays out for the longest and it has the biggest AoE. However, you can really use any AoE march to be successful in barb chaining, and it will still work. From Sun Tzu to Kusunogi to Mehmed to Ethelflaed, it really doesn't matter who you're using as long as you're hitting preferably in groups of 3 or more barbs. Personally, I prefer Ethelflaed at 5111. Super early game. She'll be the first decent sized AoE you can pick up, and she's a half circle, which is about half of YSG, so take what you can get, I suppose. Since Ethelflaed is also a peacekeeper, you're going to end up getting Trophy Hunter on her as well, which actually does work with chained barbs. So you can get a ton of resources very early, which is when they are probably the most important. So here's going to be an example of how you can barb chain. I'm going to take my Lohar YSG march. This is the march I use in Home Kingdom because my Richard is busy taking barb camps on the side of the map, and I have him over there for about 6 days out of the week before I return him. On top of this, because Lohar is a peacekeeper, he takes 10 less AP in order to hit every barb. He also gets the Trophy Hunter talent. I know I originally said that the 10 AP wasn't that impactful and the Trophy Hunter talent wasn't that impactful. However, if I can just get it for free and I really don't need the survivability within Home Kingdom, it's not a huge issue. It's mostly in Lost Kingdom where Richard YSG really, really shines because you just get so much value. Although you can still get value in Home Kingdom, it is significantly diminished compared to what you can get in Lost Kingdom, which is why in other videos sometimes I talk about migrating to avoid the time you spend in Home Kingdom between Lost Kingdoms. You're going to see here that when I attack one barb, I will move a little bit out and I will maintain aggro. It is okay to move while you're attacking a barb to get to another barb because you won't just drop aggro immediately. This is how I get such long chains, and how when you see people chain 30 or 40 barbs at a time, they're just slowly walking around AoEing all the barbs they can get on them. Another thing that I like doing here is when I attack a barb, I use my first ability, and I know my YSG's second ability is going to go off. So I can walk a little bit if I know that one of the barbs is going to die or if it's weaker. And then immediately when I stop, I can use YSG's ability because I'm still in combat. So here we're getting pretty lucky. This 25 is actually moving towards us, so we can move a little bit closer towards it. Then we can get that, and with this 25, we can go around and pick up all of these barbs. Now, keep in mind, there is a possibility that some barbarians reset. However, I know that I am so close to where this barb is originally coming in that it's not an issue. Generally, if a barbarian is going to reset, it'll be walking in a straight line towards you as you walk away. Sometimes barbs will go to this side or go to this side, you know, they'll go a little to the left and the right. and you know that they're still fine and they're still wiggling around. If they are directly, it looks like they're struggling to move in a straight line towards you, there's a good chance that they could reset, and that's really dangerous. Another thing to watch out for here is if I accidentally hit this level 20 barb in terms of directly attacking it, it's going to use AP. However, if my original barb that I tried to attack de-aggroes, I can attack it again for free because I've already spent the AP on it. So actually I made a mistake there. If I was a little faster, I could have held on to the YSG ability and made my way over to this 24 barb. Overall though, for all intents and purposes, that was a really good chain, especially in Home Kingdom, because now that I have such good tech and my commanders are much higher than they used to be, it is hard for me to keep these barbarians alive long enough for me to move from barb to barb. So let's take a quick look at what we got as our drops. So first off, what we're going to notice here is for every single barb we killed, we got about 50,000 food equivalent of resources. So that's going to be about 1 mil total, plus Trophy Hunter is going to be 1.15 million resources for just the simple chain we just did. This is one of the reasons why running farm accounts is really good, but if you're not running farm accounts, barb chaining is even more crucial. So altogether, we ended up earning 109 minutes of speed ups, which is almost 2 hours of speeds just for a couple minutes of chaining. Overall, this took us about 4 minutes to do this entire chain, and we ended up getting almost 2 hours worth of speed ups and 1.15 million of assorted resources for it. On top of that, you get XP tomes, which are pretty useful. At a certain point, they stop being useful, and if your marches are not full XP, you get some XP on them too. Sadly, my marches have been full XP for a long time, and the tomes are less useful now than they would have been earlier in my run. However, it does not make barb chaining any less good. Sadly, we didn't get any gem drops this time. However, you will generally get, per 10 bars, at least 1 gem drop. So if it's going to be a level 21 to 25 barb, that'll be 30 gems. If it's going to be a 31 to 35 barb, that'll be 40 gems. And if it'll be a level 36 plus barb, it'll be 50 gems. As you can see, that's really, really, really strong for your gem economy. So having Richard YSG for this purpose specifically is incredibly strong. I hope this helped you guys. This is probably my favorite way of making my account better, and I just thought I'd update it and share it with you guys. If you guys enjoyed this content, be sure to drop a sub. I make a lot of guide content on YouTube, generally geared specifically for free-to-play players, but low spenders and mid spenders can probably also find it very useful. If you guys are ever looking to ask me questions, I generally don't pick up every single question that's on YouTube. However, on Discord, I pick up every single question. So if you guys want notifications for when I go live or when I post a video, or you want to ask me any questions about the game, the best place to find me is the Discord in the description below. Also, if this video has been posted recently, I'm actually currently live on Twitch, which is also in the description below. So if you guys want to ask me any questions or just see what I'm up to, I'm currently on Twitch in the description below. Have a great one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps.